have this one thing. I said advice for art students. So I've been giving a lot of advice as well. That's the point of this whole podcast, is to try to share my wisdom, I guess, what I've been learning, to hopefully it becomes a degree of advice for people that need it. But there's also like this, so I'm talking to a lot of different audiences, the potential art professor, the current art professors, but also the artist and the art student, and those things. So this is directed toward the art student, and thinking about, this is not new advice, I don't think. I think this is what I believe about going to art school. No matter what you have done up to entering a university, higher education art school, that's all just gravy. Whatever you might have understood up to that point is just a benefit to you, but shouldn't be seen as the way. It should, like, it's all just practice. It's all just, being sort of part of the space. The moment you enter an art school of any kind, I believe if they're doing it right, they should try to get you to basically forget everything you know and start you out from scratch. And especially when it comes to mindset, they should be training you how to think about being an artist. And I think that's where a lot of art schools lack, because they don't give you the whole picture. They just jump straight into techniques when that's not important. Mindset and the reasons why you're doing it, and the thought process around why you're even making a mark on a page, or throwing a pot, or sculpting a sculpture. It's like the reason why you're doing it should be paramount. But regardless, even in some of the technical way of approaching it, you should forget everything you think you know and be a empty as possible vessel. Empty as possible and I've actually had an experience this week that this point that I'm bringing up is directly related to. I'm not going to talk about that experience, but maybe in a couple podcasts from now we'll address it. But basically, if you're bringing a filter to your time as an art student of I already know, if you're bringing any kind of filter of I already know, I don't need that, you're not going to get the most out of the experience. And especially, hopefully this is all contingent on your professors being good, being understanding that, because there are still a ton that are just about technique, and it needs to be a bigger conversation than just technique. But you got to be open. So you got to forget everything you think you know about art, and you've had practice making marks, but if you're stuck in your way of making, once you enter that space, it's pointless for you to be there. If you do not want to try on different ways of thinking and making while you're in the university space, you're wasting your time. You should not be there. You should be there to explore. And I'm a firm believer of this concept. Art school is not where you make your best work. Art school is where you learn how to make your best work, both through practice, through mindset, through research, through discovery, through conversation. You're just constantly, keep yourself open to new ideas and new ways of thinking, and let the people around you inform you and give you some ideas, give you different ways of thinking. Some of it you'll throw out, some of it you'll take with you. But that's what art school is for, is to forget everything you think you know and just fill yourself up with just experiences and knowledge, and then be practicing along the way while you're there.